Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to discuss resistor color bands. So resistors have a couple of different ways to identify them. The main one would be the color bands, and those are going to be wire-wound resistors mainly. They have 4-band and 5-band resistor color codes. We'll look at both of those. The SMD codes also, those are surface mount devices, and those ones are going to have digit codes, so 3-digit and 4-digit codes. You can always look those ones up. They're a little bit more straightforward, though, than the color bands here. All resistors are going to have tolerance, so if you have a 100 ohm resistor, that's going to be your nominal value you expect that resistor to be, and our tolerance is going to be the difference between the nominal value and the value you actually measure. And that's going to be dependent on that tolerance value, that percentage of resistance that it's going to give a tolerance for. And so say if we have a 100 ohm resistor at 10% tolerance, then we expect this resistor to be able to be up to 110 and down to 90. Right? That's going to be the tolerance, and that's going to be an acceptable resistor. If we measure a 100 ohm resistor and we get a 90 out, that's the bare minimum of that 10% tolerance, but it's still an acceptable tolerance for that resistance. Right? So we do expect a little bit of give in these ones. Our 4-band resistor here has the first digit as a brown band. And so on our color chart up here, we can see that each of these colors are represented by a number, brown representing 1. So we can put a 1 in for that first digit is going to represent a 1. The second digit here goes up to this black band. And so band 2 is going to be black. And we see black is across the top and it represents a 0. So we're going to put a 0 in for that digit. The third band is this red color here. And it is going to represent the multiplier of zeros after the first 2 digits. The first 2 digits being 1 and 0. The next digit is going to be the number of zeros we have after that. And we see that it's red. And so we'll go down to third band and we see 2. So we're going to put 2 zeros after the first 2 digits. 0, 0. Which means if we put them all together, we have a 1000 ohm resistor. The tolerance that we have here, that's going to be the 4th band of this 4-band resistor series. And that one looks gold, right? And so we'll say that that is going to be our gold band. That's a plus or minus 5%. So we expect this 1000 ohms to be within 5% plus or minus of this 1000 value. The 5-band resistor is very similar, except for they go after 5 different main numbers. And so the first digit here is brown. So we'll circle our brown for that one. That's our first digit. It's a 1. The second digit is red. And so we'll circle our red for the second digit. That's a 2, so we'll plug that in 2 there. The third digit is orange, and so we'll circle that third digit on orange. That's a 3 there. The fourth digit here is the number of multipliers that we have. So this is going to be the 0, just like our third band on that last one. Right? And that's a yellow. And so our yellow is going to have a 4 zeros afterwards. And we see that right here as 4 zeros, or you can just say that 4 right here. So just place 4 zeros after the 1, 2, 3 that we just got. 0, 0, 0, 0, which makes this a 1,230,000 ohm resistor. Okay, let us know if you have any questions.